This is supercharged number 2312 on the original battery pack and motors. Okay, we are going to pick up the Polestar, our rental car, for the next who knows how long, maybe a month, month and a half, something like that. And we are going to the Enterprise rent-a-car location. There's the car charging. We're getting the car ready. Final touches.
Good luck at your car, because it may never look the same again after I drive it.
Well, I thought you were driving this car. Well, anyway, this is the Polestar. We're going to show you the Polestar, the difference between the Polestar and the Tesla Model X. And this looks like a baby car, actually.
Cute.
It looks more like a Model 3 or Model Y size, I think, because you can see they're parked in the same area, but this looks more like a regular car too, with the trunk.
Does it fit tall people?
I think, and it's got a system. The operating system is much different. It's a Google system.
It's more like the little Lexus CT200.
Yeah, it has the regular controls for everything. That's a gear changer. This is for your adjustment of volume, which seems to go on every time I get in the car. It didn't go on this time. The radio. Actually, it's playing something now.
I'd rather drive your car.
Oh yeah, and then it's got the glass roof up on top. So this has some options, like the glass roof. It's got the power seats all around, and the battery is 78 kilowatt is what it has. It doesn't have that much range, and we're trying to figure out right now, because Polestar drivers get like 2 years free charging, I think, or 30-minute sessions at Electrify America. But I think when renting, you don't get that. So here's the back seat, and from what I've seen in videos already, yeah, the back seat looks pretty small. There's not a whole lot of room back here, although the driver's seat isn't very far back. This is all cloth seats. I think this folds down. Yeah, it does. Good. We're definitely going to need this. And this is kind of like a hatchback. It looks like design over here. So it is kind of like, let's see, how do you open this? I don't know how to open this. It's probably with the key fob. Let me show you what that looks like. Here it is. So I suppose those are hazards. That's lock, unlock. You know which one the trunk is? Here's the passenger side. Okay, Denise found the trunk button. All right, it's power, and it's kind of like a hatchback. So it's not like a Model 3. If it is like a Model 3, well, Model 3 is a trunk. Model Y is the hatchback. So this is kind of in between a Model 3 and Model Y. It looks like this can come out of the way. That can fold down further.
You have to depress the button for about 5 seconds to get it to open.
Oh, and you got a big room down here too. Yeah. Where's the button for the trunk? There's a 12 volt like in our Tesla Model Y or Model X. Okay, that's it over there.
The fuel door usually is.
Okay. So it seems to have a decent amount of room. I'm concerned about the charging network. The car itself seems to be fine. I see it was locked and it unlocked itself. But like I said, this has options like the glass roof and the power seats, which aren't on all models, believe it or not. I don't know what this is. What is this? You see this?
You broke it.
Well, I didn't break it. I just took it off.
That was for your baby seat, right?
Is it?
An anchor?
Maybe it is. Okay, so this comes all the way down. What is this? There's another secret compartment in there. Vents for the rear, and then this comes out. So there's a decent amount of room back here. We're gonna need to fill this up with all of our stuff. This is gonna be our car.
Back here. It's too
you don't
small.
think?
No.
You think? What?
This would have to come off.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely have to come off. We have to figure out how to take that off first thing.
And this doesn't fold flat.
Yeah, most cars, even the Model 3, Model S, even Model Y, I don't think fold completely flat. Only Model X has a completely fold. This is pretty darn close. Let's take a look at the driver's side or passenger side and look at the front too. And this is some Google system. It's not Google CarPlay. It's like automotive. So I think it's designed for Volvo because Volvo makes Polestar, and they don't have their own stuff. Right? They don't have their own in-house software development. So I guess Google's doing it for them. And look at what do you think of the materials on the doors and things? They're different. You think it is?
Yes, it's rough.
Really? It's rough and chintzy? There's a Harman Kardon stereo on here.
Is that a good brand?
It's supposed to be, yeah.
I like Rockford Fosgate.
All right, how do you open the Frunk? Figure that one out so we can see what that looks like.
Well, it's not here, but if it's
not there?
trunk, no.
There's a car. See, you can adjust this. This has regenerative braking, and then creep mode is off. Steering feel standard. ESC sport mode is off. But how do we open the frunk? Do we don't even know?
I can't get internet.
I'm just flipping through this. It says there's a software update. We'll do that later. But I guess they do over-the-air software updates, and we'll do that. We'll show how that works later on. Here's more information about this car that we are driving, and it's got about 5,000 miles on it right now. Manufactured 9/21. We're still looking on how to open the frunk so we can show you. Here's their logo thing. I don't know.
Emblem.
Yeah, there's nothing here to open. So we still are figuring this out. It's not very intuitive. Here's the key fob. It's not all that great compared to the Tesla one. It looks like a trunk, but I can't get the trunk thing to do anything. Lock and unlock, and it looks like a panic button, and that's it. All right, we found it. It's a lever down here. There we go. So let's see. All right, there's gonna be more tricks here. Like, there's the release. It's huge, but there's only a small little area here with some charging cables.
Just enough room for your charging cables.
And a jack. And I don't think there's even a spare tire. The batteries are like in the middle, the middle well, like you usually see in a rear drive car. See all this? This is batteries that come up in here and across, and there's like even a hump in the back seat because of the batteries. It's not flat like the Tesla. All right, so and then we'll shut this, and it doesn't shut. There. Extra little pushes on the side. All right, on the side mirrors on this car, if you notice, there's no frames on them. The whole thing, the entire thing turns when you adjust the mirror, not the mirror inside of a shell like it normally is. They're both like that. All right, so that's your overview of the Polestar 2. Now I'm gonna drive it. So you basically just shift here, down into drive, and then you're ready to go. I keep trying to do the stalk like I do in the Tesla, but I don't need that. And it stops very quickly. Doesn't feel anywhere near as heavy as a Tesla. So it seems the regenerative braking seems to stop. There goes the door locks. Stop it immediately. That's a weird sounding blinker. All right, I finally figured out the climate control. The accelerator doesn't feel very powerful at all. The brakes feel really grabby. I can tell you that just from coming from the Tesla. Steering feels very good. That's a plus. There you can see the mileage on the odometer. Suspension feels firm over bumps, but compliant. It's a nice balance if you ask me. At least for regular driving, it feels sporty. I haven't thrown it in any corners, so I can't, like I'm braking here. I'm not actually braking at all. Whoa, now I got to touch the brakes on this one. So sluggish. That initial push of the accelerator is so slow compared to Tesla. See, power regen. Ooh, that's how the gauge works there. Cruise control is nice. Engages easily. It's just cruise control. There are no self-driving features or claimed upgrades or anything like that to this car. There's Denise behind us. And where I have to go to charge, it's giving me the range of what I'll have left and which types of chargers I can use. I think this thing's only up to about 125 kilowatts max charge, so I don't think I'm going to use the super fast one. It says it's compatible. And this whole system, though, is not as intuitive as Tesla. Overall, the ride is very good. I tend to notice a little bit of a coarseness. You hear tire noise, road noise maybe? I think it's just the tires. But smooth and on-center, nice feel steering like I was saying. The accelerator does seem responsive here at speed. It does not seem responsive when you're just taking off though. You can see I'm cruising here, and the mileage is actually telling me now I got 6%. It started out 2%, so the rated range on this is definitely correct, and maybe even greater range than they say, I would think. A weird thing down the footwell is it actually goes down right here as you approach the front. The passenger side's the same way because I think the battery pack starts here, so it actually rises up, and it goes down. Like it's weird. I've never seen a car like that. The cruise control just dropped down to 77 here as we're going up a hill. It's back to 79, but it's weird. It's not very accurate. It fluctuates. I'm not used to that. Still hearing that like harmonic hum. I guess it's the tires. But everything else is great about the way this thing drives. A little, I like it firm. If you don't like it firm, like it cushy, you're not gonna like this, but I like it. Look at the warning it's giving me. It knows I'm on the way to a charging station. Well, of course, you probably noticed if you're watching this video, I forgot to press the start button, the blue button, which I just did. And now it knows I'm en route to a charger. Now I guess it's okay with everything. And now the display has changed in both of them. And note that we've got 8%. Again, it's being underly optimistic with the range because I am driving fast. Which is good. This is a good thing for an electric car. I notice as we get down below 20%, it is really pulling back. See that maximum on the right? It is creeping down. I'm losing maximum power very rapidly as we are draining this battery. Getting close to zero. But we'll make it. All right, we're very close. And this is gonna be my first ever experience with an Electrify America charger. If you guys know my most popular ever video, my first ever use of a Tesla supercharger. Let's see if this one can get some views. I gotta do the app too. App and everything. The lane keep assist is working. I noticed I'm hopping over bumps with the short wheelbase here. We're here at the Walmart. A lot of Walmarts have these stations. Here they all lit up in green. Check it out. And it's weird. It's like Tesla back in the beginning. There's nobody here. I just need to make sure not to go to 1 or 2 because I think those are 350 and this is only capable of 150 and 350 costs more. So let me just go somewhere like in the middle here, I guess. Looks like some of the screens are like they're out. I don't know what. Some are white, some are black. You see that? That's weird. All right, so we're here. And there's a Tesla driver over there at the 350, I think. The 1 and the 2. So I think you're supposed to plug in first. Yeah. All right, yeah, so this is what I want, the 150s. And I have the thing where I'm paying $4 a month. I just did it on the app. So it looks like I just take this out. See, I've never done this before. It looks like it matches up. Okay. And plug that thing in, connecting the vehicle. That Tesla driver left, so I'm on number 1, number 5, number 6 charger, number 2. I need to check in the app if I can turn on through the app. Okay, I just swiped the thing on my app and it turned on. It's pretty good. This is smoother than I experienced that I had at Tesla the first time I charged. Denise is going to the bathroom. I think she's in trouble. It's a good thing we're at a Walmart. I'm gonna go catch up to her, and I wish the door would close on its own, but it doesn't. But I can shut it, right? And this was seamless enough. Lock it. There we go. Yeah. 31 cents a kilowatt hour. That seems kind of high. But what can you do? Looks green to me. Looks like we're doing something. Here we are. It's matching up with the car. 65 kilowatts, 70. I wonder if it shows this in the car too. And I have a alert at 80%. Actually, let me go in the car before I leave here and check out how it's doing. Yeah, like I said, this is like the early days of Tesla. Nobody's here, nobody's charging, but we're at a Walmart. That's so weird. see what information it gives us in the car when we're charging. There we go. It's got the same green that matches up. Look at that, the charge rate is high, 142. I think 150 is what they say is the maximum. And I don't know if we're being charged by the kilowatt hour here, not by the time, I don't know. And here's what we see on this screen. That's a good charge rate. Better than my Tesla. It's the old, I have an older Tesla. Interesting. So it cost me only $1, and I've got, let's see, kilowatt hours, almost 6 kilowatt hours. Yeah, it's just charging me 31 cents per kilowatt hour. Not by the time, but by the kilowatt hour. All right, so how was it driving the Tesla?
It was fine.
No problems?
Got used to it. I didn't know where the windshield wipers were.
Yeah.
Because on your car it's the right stock, but on that car I could have put it in reverse while going down the road 70 miles an hour. So I looked down at the left stock and I saw it had a wiper logo, and that's when the dashboard says that it was doing corrective steering to avoid impending doom. I only looked down at the stock for a second. I guess it thought maybe the other car in the right lane was getting closer.
All right, we're already up to 44%. This thing is fast. So we're gonna load this thing up now, see what we can put in here. And I don't hear too many cooling fans. There are a few. And we're gonna empty our stuff here because my Tesla's going in for repairs. This is our new car for a while. Yeah, look at that charge speed. It's still at 130 kilowatts. Battery's half full. Okay, this thing appears to easily come off. That's good because we don't want to use it. We'll just stick it down here actually and put stuff on top. Look, I even think somebody engineered this to go just like this. Look, it fills the gap in. How about that? There's that Model 3 that didn't charge. Yeah, I'm definitely finding that it's significantly smaller over there, okay? I can't put the cooler behind the driver's seat. It's got to go in the trunk. Won't even make it through the door, really. So we're figuring this all out. All right, now I didn't notice if ours is all-wheel drive. I don't think it is. I guess it's front-wheel drive. I don't even know. But one of the reasons why this has such poor space here in the Frunk is because it's built off a shared chassis with an internal combustion and hybrid platforms. I think the XC40, something like that. So it's not pure electric like Tesla's pure electric. You know, our Frunk is huge compared to this, although we can put some things in there. Just not much. We're really having to figure this out. It's much harder, even the space that is here, like the stuff in the back, because I have the cooler back there, it's much harder to access. I'm not sure how we're gonna do all that. Trying to figure it out. Okay, so we are charging. We're taking stuff out of the car, which is actually really good because this car's a mess. It hasn't been cleaned in a while. And at the rates of 33 cents a kilowatt hour, 78, it's going to be no more than $25 to fill up this entire battery, and it'll never be that. So compare that to what you're paying now for gasoline to go 250 miles. And I don't think there's any other way to travel less expensively, even though we have to pay. And if you were a Polestar owner though, and you bought it at the retail and you have a customer number and a VIN, you can sign up for free for 2 years. 2 years of free charging. We might try to get that through Enterprise. They might give it to us, but they're working on it, but I don't know. It may not be valid for commercial use. Who knows?
This is from Yoga Nights.
Oh yeah, woohoo. Goodbye, Florida. Winter's over. All right, we're basically done here. And while we've been charging, another Polestar pulled up, but we have taken everything out of here. It's never been this clean recently anyway. You know, it looks a mess. And everything's out. And there was still room back here for Denise and her computers and everything. But if you look, we filled the back of this thing up. There's no room for Denise and her computers in this car. There's a lot less room in this car. I mean, I'd say like half the room maybe, or
We didn't fill the
2/5 or something.
we didn't fill the trunk underneath that board.
Oh yeah, that's right. We didn't get it in there because this is hard to access. And yeah, maybe we'll rearrange this later on as we go. But for the first day, this is just, yeah, there's no frunk space either on this one. And it has filled up quickly, and you know, like we said, it's not going to cost any more if you pay the $4 a month, more than $25 at the most. It's going to be less than that, like $20, I think. Let's see, where are we now? There's 2170. We put 70 kilowatts into this battery pack, and it's slowing down dramatically right now. Where's the rate? 14 kilowatt charge speed. And there's the other Polestar. It's like old Tesla over here. And of course we have no power doors on the Polestar. I gotta do all this manually. And look, there is a button up here to close. That's a lock? I don't know what that is. That's weird. There's two different things. You see that? I'm not sure what they both are. Don't you feel a little bit like you're in Las Vegas here with all the neon lights? It's gonna get brighter too as it gets darker. All right, so to end the charging session, and let's see what the final numbers are. 22, 72 kilowatts delivered. All right, I'm just gonna unplug this, see how it goes. No, it won't let me do that. I guess I gotta stop it from there, or is this button, see this button right here? Let's go. There. Okay, I heard something. What was that? Ugh. I did something wrong. Oh my gosh. Updating. Thank you, Mike. It's telling me what I did, but it won't. Okay, there. Now it's out. That was really weird. All right. Back on the road now. This goes in here. Well, this is a pain. This doesn't exactly pinch that in. All right, there we go. All done. Now we're out. All right, we have a new destination in. We're going to the Tesla supercharger. No, we're going. It's having a hard time finding us. We want to go, I think it's like right here. I think that's it. There. Blink charging station. It's the same thing. They don't like to acknowledge Tesla has charging stations. And I'll actually start this time. Before I want to go, I want to show you the coolest feature here. See how the mirror, it's easier to see in this light. Now if we adjust it, it's got this little joystick down here. It moves the entire mirror. Right? Oh, left. Look, the whole dang thing moves. Not just the glass in there, but the whole thing. Weird. I have a feeling that's expensive to repair too, and it might break very easily. It's a little concern of mine on the Polestar here. Just like on the Tesla, some of the regen braking is grayed out, as you can see at the on the left there, because we're over 80%. Look, and at night you get the Polestar and the glass roof here lit up.